Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honor unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 men. Back with another episode. Georgia Tech researchers create, a nearly invisible brain-computer interface. Basically, it's a C-hip, a potato chip. Alright, fair use. This video is only for educational purposes. Copyright disclaimer 1976. Right, so there's the M.O.T.B. Right, basically, there's this new invisible, almost invisible brain-computer interface with 96.4% accuracy. Right, which can be put into the scalp, with some basically some micro needles, or put under the skin. Basically, they sink it into your skin. All right. So it says here, when you go to the top of this article here, it's on Facebook here. It says, from quarks to quasars. You put this up. It says, you can't see this brain-computer interface. Georgia Tech researchers have just shared a game-changing breakthrough. A nearly invisible BCI, which stands for brain-computer interface, that fits between hair follicles and sits just beneath the skin. And that's exactly what the M.O.T.B would be. All right, the charagma. All right, sits just beneath the skin. All right, it says no bulky headgear, no conductive gel, just a wireless sensor smaller than a millimeter. You know how small that is? A millimeter. All right. It says picking up brain signals with 96.4% accuracy even while walking and running. So this is how it is. Right. It says this ultra tiny BCI uses micro needles to gently and painlessly penetrate the top layer of the skin. Right. Getting closer to the brain's electrical signals while avoiding hair. A smart workaround that drastically improves signal quality and reduces noise. This is what these devils are doing. They're coming up. Things are heating up. And we're not sad because of this. We're glad. And this is good news. Because we know the end is near. Right? We want to get out of this place. We don't want to remain here. We don't want to be here for 1,000 years. Hell, we don't even want to be here for 10 years. All right? We want these things to come. So these things are gonna come hot and heavy now. First you had Neuralink, the 3 different products that they make, the telepathy chip. They had the what's the other one name? There's one for the eyesight. There's another one that they use for people who are crippled, whatnot. There's the synchron C-hip. There's the Chinese version, BNO number 1, and BNO number 2, which is the fully invasive one, and many others, even Paradromics, which we'll go through in this video, Lord willing. We'll go through a little article, on all this to push the line wonders, to help with disabilities, neurological conditions, mobility challenges, everything. All right, to help with telekinesis, being able to move stuff with your mind, control the computer with your mind, which are line wonders. Now let's continue reading. It says, in tests, participants use this wearable sensor to control augmented reality videos completely hands-free, just by focusing on visual cues. The interface tracked their neural activity for up to 12 hours straight, capturing which contact they looked at and helping them to make or accept AR calls, all while staying fully mobile. Why does this matter? This technology could change daily life for people with disabilities. So you see where this is going. People with disabilities, neurological conditions, or mobility challenges, giving them new ways to communicate, interact with technology, and regain independence, right? That's the line wonders. That's what it's going to do. That's what how they're going to sell it and get you jakes to take it being deceived. Which a lot of you are going through all these different disabilities because why? You play the Squid Game. You went with your fast self, and you went and played the Squid Game. That's what's going on. It says It also opens doors for everyday users to control digital devices with thought alone, right? So telekinesis, potentially transforming how we engage with AR, VR, virtual reality, and smart environments, right? Both BCI systems today are too bulky for daily use and struggle with movement. But this new design is small, stable, wireless, and wearable, right? Opening doors to seamless brain-based control in real life, all right? This could be the future of human-machine connection. No wires, no discomfort, no downtime. So this is what these devils are after. All right. No wires, no discomfort, no downtime. Basically, this is the transhumanism agenda, the fourth industrial revolution. This is how they're selling this shit. So let's go to a precept here. Let's get the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2. And verse 8, it says, Then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets, preaching his word, right? And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Yahushua coming with the chariot. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, right? This is how they're coming after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's what you're talking about. When you're talking about people with these disabilities and whatnot, that is going to heal them thing, is going to be a miracle. All right? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Why? Because they're going to be punished. Those who take the M.O.T.B, they're going to be unalived by the Heavenly Father and the angels. Right? Right? With all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Because what? They receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. They didn't want to hear this truth. They wanted to hear a lie. And it says, and for this cause, the Heavenly Father shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So because they didn't want to listen to the Lord, all right, the Lord is going to give you that strong delusion to go and take it. That is going to help you. It's going to cure your mobility challenges, your speech challenges. Right? You're going to be able to speak again. You're going to be able to see again, blind sight. That's what the Neuralink has too. All right. You're going to have all these abilities, but it's all a lie. Right? You're going to be damned because Esau Edom is going to be in your mind. As when you read up in this same precept, it tells you in verse 4. He said that in the temple of the Heavenly Father, saying himself that he telling himself that he is the Heavenly Father. Right? That's your mind. Right? Because they didn't want to believe the truth that we're saying. This is what we're speaking here. We're telling you not to go and take it. Right? Because it's wickedness. And notice this one too is under your skin too. We're going back into Revelation 13 and 16. Alright? Well, let's go to that same chapter, Revelation 13 and verse. And this is our M.O.T.B update. Alright? This is part of the series. Lord willing, I'll keep on coming back with more and more. As time goes on, as things progress. This is Revelation 13 and verse and let's go. I want to get to the point. Let's read from verse 14 and say, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right? That's the technology. Right? Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. So this AI, microchip thing, they're gonna push as part of the image of the beast, the system of the beast, and they're gonna push this as it's gonna cure you and whatnot. This is the new religion. This is who you should bow down to. This is who you should worship, not the Heavenly Father. All right, that's what this is going. Idolatry basically. That's what this is, idolatry, which is going back to the first and the second commandment. Right, Exodus 20 and verse 1, it says, and power spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Right, and we be back in spiritual Egypt again, right? America, right, and people, the other so-called countries that follow after her. It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? So that's our God. This system, this new beast system is our God. Alright? the Heavenly Father heals, this system is going to so-called heal through what? Through the technology. Like what we just seen, what we see now. It says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with this shit. All right? That's what they're doing with this shit. Okay? Verse 15, Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image, right? Not going to take that M.O.T.B, that SEEP, or what we're talking about now, should be killed, right? That's what it is. That's what it's going into. Now let me just pull this up here. Here we go. This is from Fox Business. It says Neuralink competitor Paradromics completes its first human implant. All right. And, this is what's going on here. Is that brain chip technology has massive promise, but needs to be carefully monitored, neurologist said. All right. Paradromics, a neurotechnology company developing a BCI platform, successfully completed its first human procedure after nearly 3 years of preclinical studies. Right. The insertion of the company's Connexus brain BCI was led by the University of Michigan's Dr. Matthew Wilsey alongside Dr. Oren Saga and a multidisciplinary team of clinicians and engineers. A BCI interface is described as a system that comprises a direct communication pathway between the brain and an external device. The device was implanted during epilepsy resection surgery when the area of the brain causing seizures is disconnected or removed. In order to understand how epilepsy influences brain signaling, the success of the surgery highlighted how the device can record electrical brain signals and be removed intact in less than 20 minutes. All right, so this is where it is, and this is what they're doing. They're coming down with this thing. They're coming quick with it. Look how many of these companies are doing this now. All right. Right? Replicating basically similar functionality as in Neuralink. Right? Telekinesis, controlling the mouse, controlling the cursor. All right? Pretty much that's it. All right? So, hey, this is crazy. Something else I want to do. I wanted to go to the bottom of this article here. No, this is not the one I want. What the hell is this?
And what are you up to? Just showcasing our new seat covers.
All right, here we go. Right now, I was just looking at the comments in this article that we read first. One of them said, this could be the future of human-machine connection. We just need to learn how to build connections with other humans. The people who built not only the US but the world. I didn't sign up for making connections with a machine, lol. Unless it's my car. Some change is good, but most people are already robots in 2025. Well, that's gonna get worse. At least my generation is human robots designed to understand that this isn't normal. Right? See? So it obviously is not normal. All right, then we go on here. It says, the second one says, the mark of the beast is starting to sound more realistic in our time, more than I thought. Right? So that's what you, Jake, can understand. Okay? We right here. We here now. We right at the door. It's going down. Right? The digital technocracy. Right? The digital Tower of Babel. Right? These devils are coming down now. There are also some articles that the US, the EU, and the UK are racing to put bans on mandatory microchip implantations. Right? They're racing to put those things, but at the end of the day, that's not going to work because prophecy has to come to pass. Everything written aforetime was written for a reason, because it's going to come to pass. Okay? Very soon this thing is coming. Everybody will be mandated to take this shit. Alright? You're going to have the mass production of it. Right? It's only a matter of time before it's made mandatory. And you Jake's not going to have any freedom. You're going to give up all your rights to take that shit. That's what's going to happen. So it's first they had to put certain things in order, create famine, create confusion, basically order out chaos, order out of chaos, right? And set you up to take this shit. That's where it's going. So this was just an M.O.T.B update. No, understand that we right here, we here now, we right at the door. It's going down. All right, it's close at hand. All right, prophecy is close at hand. Until next time, Shalom, Waharag, Babal.